Good evening, Sports Outlet Show family, and welcome back to another version here of the Sports Outlet Show. Live on Wednesday nights, I'm Joe Wagner, your host, alongside my co-host Brent Allegra and Braden Wilkins. Gentlemen, start your engines or power them off because we got one more game left in the 2025-26 NFL season. It's the Super Bowl. Welcome to Super Bowl week. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, the college season has been over. The NFL season is coming to a close this Sunday. And I got to pretend to be excited for the Olympics and NHL and NBA. And it just doesn't hit the same as football. There's something special about football. It's romantic. It's love. It's everything. And it's getting taken away from me on Sunday till August, till September. So it's a long time without football, and I'm going to be deeply sad.
I feel like we just got a taste of your wedding vows there. Like it felt, I felt very connected with what you just said.
I'm very passionate. Very passionate. It's what I like to do. It's what I like to do with my time during the fall, for sure.
Hey man, it's okay. Hockey season's around the bend. You know, we got college basketball heating up a little more, but you're right. Nothing does it like football. Braden, how are we feeling, dude?
I'm doing great. It's a little bittersweet, as we were saying. Football's ending, but we got one more great game to enjoy. So looking forward to it. Not looking forward to what's coming after it. But it's going to be fun. We got a lot of different things going on in the sports world that'll tide us over until, like Brent said, August. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we are definitely – you think about off seasons. We are as blessed as you can come when it comes to sporting events coming this summer, right, into the winter as well, or winter into summer as well, right? You talk about having the Olympics coming here soon, shortly, honestly going on, but obviously will be over the next couple weeks. You have the World Baseball Classic coming, NHL playoffs and March Madness, always a great time. I don't watch the NBA, I'll be honest, so that's not in my wheelhouse for sure. And then right after that, you got the FIFA World Cup. You got 4th of July, Joey Chestnut, and then before you know it, you're kicking the table right over to the NFL season and the NFL draft. So plenty of things coming around the corner. If you're hitting the NFL and NCAA hangover, at least you have little things more than you typically do to get you across the finish line. So
yeah, I will say, like, as a loser franchise, and Joe, you've experienced this for quite some time as well, except for this season. Free agency and the NFL draft are always great times on the calendar for losing teams, just to see how you can shake things up to hopefully get better the next season. So I'm definitely starring those on my calendar as a Giants fan.
Hey, I understand that we made the playoffs, but we were 8-10, so still a losing team.
True.
Still one of you. I'm still one of you.
No, you kicked yourself out of the club this year. You can't come back.
I got put in the first round exit club with Braden. It's okay. We'll be back someday. Obviously, the title of this one is Super Bowl 60, so if you can't count Roman numerals, I didn't get much education on them either, so don't feel that bad when it comes to the Roman numerals, but I can say that 60 up there with the LX. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit here about the rest of the head coach hirings that we did not break down last week that came in. Obviously, we're going to talk about the big thing around football with the Hall of Fame and Bill Belichick, and then we're going to talk about last night's Pro Bowl before we have a ton of information and coverage for everything you need for Super Bowl 60. So let's dive in right here, right now. Brent, walk me through this Pittsburgh hire. A lot of these you hit right on the head. So take your gloating and your powers and talk to me about Mike McCarthy, former Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, I hit 4 of the 6 from the previous pod when we previewed these. Honestly, it's more luck than anything with these things. You don't necessarily know where a team is gonna go. It's just a best guess. But the Steelers get Mike McCarthy. This is one of the ones I predicted. I had a feeling they weren't the ones that moved on from Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin was the one that moved on from them. And they got themselves a similar coach with a winning resume, albeit a lot of people have negative opinions of Mike McCarthy. But he is a winning coach wherever he's been. He just hasn't been able to do it in the playoffs the past few years. Obviously, with the Cowboys there from 2020 to 2024, he went 49-35, and as mentioned, 1-3 in the playoffs. As the Packers head coach, a much better record, but riding the tails of Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, 125, 77, and 2 while he was there, and also a Super Bowl championship as well. So the Steelers, their roster is not in tip-top shape. We still don't know the future of Aaron Rodgers, although bringing in Mike McCarthy might give him hesitations about retiring. I could see him coming back to play with a coach he's familiar with. You know, he's very picky about the guys he is coached by. So I could definitely see him coming back, and I think this is the smart move for the Steelers, given that they have championship aspirations almost every year. They can just never seem to get it done. So we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, I see this one a lot like a Mike Vrabel hire. Obviously, McCarthy was sitting on the bench last year. Vrabel was doing the same thing, where the Steelers want to get a guy that does have the accustomed taste of winning, right? Has that experience with Aaron Rodgers. It almost makes you feel like 95% Rodgers will be back as the Pittsburgh quarterback one more time under McCarthy. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, but he is a really old head coach, right? Very tenured, very experienced, something that Pittsburgh typically doesn't do when they're looking at longevity over a coach that's going to be battling retirement here in the next at least decade, right? So definitely something to look at for McCarthy. Good experience. I'm expecting Aaron Rodgers to be at the helm next fall.
I think it's a lateral move, guys. Like you said, he's the most experienced coach in the market. But the Steelers fans have been frustrated for the past several years with Tomlin for not being able to get it done in the playoffs. And for me, that's what Mike McCarthy is famous for as well. He's 1-3 at the Cowboys with some very good, talented offenses with Dak, Zeke, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. So I think Steelers fans are going to be just as frustrated when he does the same thing for them.
Oh yeah, Steelers fans hate this one. But as a neutral NFL observer, I don't necessarily think it's a bad move. But when you're a Steelers fan, you have higher expectations than me as a Giants fan who's been losing the past decade. So I get it, but I think it's a decent move personally.
You know, sometimes the taste of too much winning and getting somebody out is what gives your defeat. So definitely a lot to see here in the NFL. This is the only head coach we'll talk about today that has former head coaching experience. Braden, take me similarly in the AFC North where the Baltimore Ravens find their guy in Jesse Minter.
Yeah, he was a super hot candidate going in the cycle. So I think the Ravens got a good one there. He's younger, so he could be with them for a very long time if he succeeds. And he spent a lot of time with Mr. Jim Harbaugh there. He was with the Wolverines in Michigan from 22 to 23, and he was under Jim Harbaugh last year with the Chargers, and he's taken over his brother John's former job. So I bet he was vouched for a lot by Mr. Jim Harbaugh there. And it's a great hire for them as he was very sought after, and it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do in year one. As a defensive-minded guy, you think of Roquan Smith and a lot of the pieces, Kyle Hamilton on that Ravens defense. A lot of injuries and just not getting it done this year for them. So hopefully he can whip them into shape and get them back into championship contention.
Yeah, I agree. When you think about Jesse Minter being the head coach, out of a lot of the head coaches on here, this one and maybe the next one we're going to talk about, right? The leash is very short for the train to success when it comes to programs like Baltimore, Buffalo, who we're about to talk about, even Pittsburgh. Obviously, Mike McCarthy will have a longer leash with the tenure he's had, but Baltimore will be a 2-year not playing around program. If Minter fails to make the playoffs or win an AFC North championship, not AFC championship, one of those 2 years, he will be back on the street looking for a DC job. So very, very quick turnaround for Minter. He's going to have a lot of pressure under him. But Braden, I like how you tied in the Harbaugh name. Has been very familiar for his life as a coach so far.
Yeah, I mean, Minter was my if I couldn't get Harbaugh on the Giants, which you guys know I ultimately got, I had to get him.
Just taking dubs all over the place.
Minter was probably my second favorite candidate on the list. He's been successful pretty much everywhere he's been. As Braden mentioned, has the Harbaugh experience, being with the Wolverines, being with the Chargers for so long, and has just had a ton of success. Very young guy. I think he's only 42, and a bright young mind. And teams are looking to go the younger route nowadays. You got the McVays of the world. Mike McDonald is having success with the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I think it's a good move for the Ravens.
Turning it over with the Buffalo Bills, almost, Brent, you called this one too with Joe Brady getting promoted. Almost didn't have a leg to stand on with some of the head coaches that were just going all around, the OCs and DCs being hired. But this one's a little personal for me, and not just because his first name is Joe. The Bills OC being elevated obviously has done a great job the last 2 years under Sean McDermott. Is honestly a head coach candidate, the right guy for the job. Spent 2020 and 2021 as the OC for the Panthers and was the guy that was pointed at for Matt Rule's frustrations and problems. So a deceased result of the Matt Rule cancer of a head coach was Joe Brady. Finger was pointed at him, lands in Buffalo, and now he's the head coach of one of the best teams in the AFC. So if you want to talk about how things worked out for you in the end and that God's got a plan for you, Joe Brady followed that path. That is 100% for sure. Love Joe Brady and the OC dynamic that he brings. Just absolutely bummed he never got anything going in Carolina because they could use an OC like him, especially in this day and age. But Joe Brady, fantastic offensive mind, has that relationship with Josh Allen. Josh Allen was a huge influence in Brady getting hired here as well. But Buffalo, again, almost dynamic hires here between Jesse Minter and Joe Brady. Obviously, difference in OC and DC, but Brady is not going to have a long timeline here for success as well. Buffalo needs wins. They need them now while Josh Allen is still in his prime so they can avoid a rebuild.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the Bills' offense outside of Josh Allen and Joe Brady at that point, there's nothing really too special there. So they've been able to succeed offensively just on the backs of those two guys. So retaining him in the building and not letting him walk away, I think that's a great choice for Buffalo to at least give him a shot. He's made things work when seemingly there was nothing there. Now we just get to see how he can put the whole team together and perhaps build on his offense to give his MVP quarterback some more weapons here.
Yeah, the most important thing is keeping Josh happy. Obviously, they've had tremendous success the past few years. And Josh, even in the playoffs, has had tremendous success as well. Despite all the turnovers in this last game, he still had a pretty good game. It just sucks that they haven't been able to get over the hump. I don't know if this move is enough to get them over the hump necessarily, but they had to shake something up to see if they could, especially while Josh is still in his prime.
Brent, I'm going to have you turn me over to a new era of football here. This guy is coaching in the Super Bowl on Sunday, the Seahawks offensive coordinator, going to Vegas where he will be getting a brand new shiny quarterback. Tell me about Clint Kubiak and this hire that is not yet official due to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I love this for the Raiders. Clint Kubiak is by far one of the best offensive minds in football. He proved that this year. Obviously, a lot of people going into the season didn't have really high expectations for the Seahawks as a whole, but they proved people wrong. That's for sure. Obviously, making it all the way to the bowl game. Kubiak, when you look at the Seahawks, especially going into the season, I was thinking to myself, all right, if they're going to make it anywhere, it's going to be on the backs of this defense. And more or less, it kind of has. The defense has been spectacular, but the offense has been almost just as spectacular, if not right there even with them. Sam Darnold has seemingly resurrected his career starting last year under the coaching of Kevin O'Connell. He's carried that over into this season, and to this point hasn't collapsed in the playoffs just yet. So It'll be interesting to see if Sam Darnold is the Super Bowl champion out of that amazing 2018 draft class, the first one out of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all of them. But a little bit back to Kubiak. I like this hire for the Raiders. They're obviously going to get a young stud in Fernando Mendoza, pairing him with the likes of Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, who you drafted really high next year. I think the offense could be special for the Raiders. I don't know if their defense is good enough to maybe get them in the playoffs or anything like that. But I think they could turn a really, really bad season into 6-7 wins. So we'll see what happens. I like this hire.
The fact you restrained your hands there has shown so much maturity in you, Brent. I mean,
starting to get old.
That's got to be the first one I've ever seen. But I'll play the other side of the coin here with Kubiak as well. Like, when it comes to bringing in an OC to the Raiders is so big for the offense, with the fact you're assuming Fernando Mendoza is going to be your quarterback next year. You talked about it, Brent. Genty is going to be fantastic if he gets the right guys in front of him. Brock Bowers is already debatably the best tight end in football alongside Trey McBride, right? And then those wideouts are young and they're hungry. You have Trey Tucker, who's an absolute fiend. You have Jack Beck, who has a lot to grow on still. Just a lot to like. The problem is with the Raiders that this O-line is horrible and the defense is number 32 out of 32. So after Mendoza, it's how can you protect your shiny new quarterback? Because Mendoza, tough as nails, but if a guy's getting sacked 65 times a year, it's going to be like Bryce Young and Caleb Williams in the first couple of years where they were just not that great. And CJ Stroud is in that conversation too, his first year, right? Or second year, excuse me. So again, Clint Kubiak is everything this offense needs, but holy crap, the Raiders need some help on defense.
Yeah, I'm with you guys 100%. The offense is going to be shiny, a lot of young, fun pieces to play with for Clint Kubiak. But he is an offensive-minded guy. But now as the head coach, as the leader of this team, you got to find a way to improve that defense. And that's the only way they're going to succeed.
Speaking of a defense that doesn't need any help, Braden, take me to our final team in the AFC North.
Yeah, this one, Todd Monken. He was the Ravens offensive coordinator for the past couple of years. He had some time at Georgia for the Bulldogs as the offensive coordinator for them as well. So he's coached for some good teams, some championship caliber teams, some fun offenses. That's where the Browns need help the most. Their defense is set with guys like Myles Garrett, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, Greg Newsome. Oh, no, he got traded. Excuse me. Denzel Ward is who I meant. But unfortunately for Mr. Monken here, I feel like this just kind of feels like a bridge hire. There's a lot of turmoil in this organization, a lot of mistakes they have to right and fix the ship. And it feels like more than Todd Monken can do in his first 1, 2, maybe 3 years. There's just a lot of things that have been dysfunctional for as long as this franchise has been a franchise, and it's not something that's going to get fixed overnight. And I don't think, unfortunately, they're going to have the patience with him to be able to do that. So if they keep losing a lot of games here in the next 2-3 years, he'll be gone, and the next guy will be trying to build on what he's been able to put together over the next couple years. So sucks for him, but if he is able to succeed, he's going to need to fix the offense. It was pretty terrible this year. They have some pieces. Quinton Judkins was good when he was on the field. They just have a lot to work on that side of the ball.
That's the list.
So unfortunate for him, but I do hope he succeeds and can fix this cursed, terrible franchise. So good luck, bud.
Yeah, I didn't fully understand this hire. Yeah, I think Brent was going to say a similar thing. Speak out of my turn if I'm assuming incorrectly, but I didn't fully understand this move. And honestly, to Stefanski, felt like a downgrade when it comes to hiring him as their new head coach. But I mean, you're not only dealing with the problems of the offense, but you're dealing with just the most dramatic quarterback room. Dramatic, I say, in social media presence as well as allegation presence, right? So that's the first thing you have to get under control. Is when is Myles Garrett going to decide he wants to leave? He already tried once. Is that going to happen a second time? Right? If they come out and they're 1-5, Garrett's going to be the first guy to hit the market, right? So a lot of question mark pieces here. And when it comes to question mark pieces, besides maybe the next job we're going to talk about, this Browns job just seems like it lights people's careers on fire.
And Brent, before you jump in, I just wanted to mention, we talked about Myles Garrett wanting to trade, but remember their other star in that defense, Denzel Ward, was in trade conversations around the deadline last year. So that's your two superstars on defense that wanted out or have been talked about leaving at some point or another.
And they just lost their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one does not make sense to me at all. This honestly is the only one on the list for me that I can't put together any sort of reason for why it would work. I think the reason that he ended up getting hired was a huge sticking point around this hiring process for the Browns was Jim Schwartz. They wanted Jim Schwartz to remain as the defensive coordinator. And Todd Monken apparently was one of the only candidates that was like, okay, yeah, I'd love to work with Jim Schwartz. He's a great defensive coordinator. We'd love to work together. Jim Schwartz, after not getting the head coaching job, doesn't want to stay, which I get it. He's been there a long time. The defense has been spectacular.
Top five
for the past few years. A lot of that is attributed to Myles Garrett, and so, as we mentioned. But Jim Schwartz is a great defensive mind. I don't understand, if you're the Browns and you love Jim Schwartz this much, why don't you just make him head coach? It doesn't make sense to me at all. You're getting Todd Monken, who's an older guy, doesn't have head coaching experience, at least in the NFL. I don't like this move at all. And I think he'll be out of there in probably 2 years, if I had to guess.
And there's already drama in the quarterback room with him and Shedeur Sanders, right? You saw the joke social media video going around, like, we tried to draft you, enter expletive for donkey, last year. And obviously there was the whole dramatic situation with Shedeur saying, I'm not going to Baltimore to back up Lamar Jackson, right? Which obviously Todd was the OC over there too. So, little funny tidbit, right? Haha, social media camera goes off and serious situation in front of us. So very intrigued with the quarterback room there with Sanders, Gabriel, Watson. If you're going to pick a guy, he needs to be your guy. I don't care who it is of the three of them. I'm not the head football coach of the Cleveland Browns. God bless America that I'm not, right? So pick one of the three and ride them the entire season. It's that simple. You can't play jumble anymore.
Agreed.
So definitely an interesting one that we'll be talking about in the NFL preview coming up and the NFL draft, of course. But guys, let's just roundtable this last one here. They rounded out the hiring cycle as well. The Cardinals getting head coach Mike. That's Mike LaFleur, not Matt LaFleur for everybody that's looking. It's Mike. The Rams OC obviously wasn't the number one target name on the list that everybody thought Arizona was going for. But Brent, what do we think about this one for Arizona, especially trying to retain or take out Kyler Murray from head coach or from QB1, excuse me.
Yeah, this was not the guy from the Rams coaching tree that I thought was going to get hired this cycle. A lot of people thought Chris Shula would get his shot here this offseason, and I think he will eventually, if not next year. But I don't hate the move. People poach from the Rams coaching tree all the time, and a lot of times it actually tends to work out. Zach Taylor is a guy that was in the Rams coaching tree with Sean McVay. It's been decent. Hasn't been great by any means, but decent.
Super Bowl.
Brandon Staley was another guy that got hired from the Rams coaching tree. That didn't work out too well for the Chargers. But then you start to get into some of these really, really good names. Kevin O'Connell. That was an outstanding hire by all means for the Vikings. One of the best coaches in the NFL. Liam Cohen, we saw the success he had with the Jaguars last year. Spectacular. And when you mention a guy like Mike LaFleur, it is the offensive side of the ball. And the offensive side of the ball are the guys that seem to be doing better than the defensive side of the ball. We just mentioned Brandon Staley. Another guy from that tree is Raheem Morris. He just got canned. But the offensive side of the ball, Kevin O'Connell, and as I mentioned, Liam Cohen, I think Mike LaFleur might have a shot of being one of the next one of the next greats, but it is a long shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at the Rams offenses the years that he's been there. It's been coincidentally the years that Puka Nacua has been there as well. So you can contribute that a little bit to that. But it's been dynamic with three big pieces: Puka, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp was there, Kyron Williams, and you can attribute that to Matt Stafford as well. So if the Cardinals can sort of figure out their quarterback situation and have a guy, maybe it's Kyler Murray, maybe they go a different direction, but I think if he can replicate even half of the success that the Rams offense has replicated or created over the past couple of years, that can never be a bad thing.
Yeah, it's all about that quarterback situation for me. I mean, they have the really young pieces, right? And Trey McBride, they've got a couple young running backs in that core. James Conner's the vet, right? Marvin Harrison has so much raw potential that they need to figure out, but Michael Wilson has just blossomed as a wide receiver one in Arizona. And then the defense, they play well on the other side of the ball. So not walking into a bad place, but again, it feels like we say this with a lot of teams: figure out the quarterback and watch it sail from there, because you can live and die by how QB1 plays. So on the same topic, guys, of talking about head coaches, I'd be remiss if we didn't just talk about this. And let me get through the accolades before we pass judgment, talk about the committee, the Hall of Fame. This stuff will obviously be announced here in the next couple of days for the 26 class. But Bill Belichick was not selected as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Let's go through the guy's resume. He is a 6-time Super Bowl champion. That's 2002, 2004, 2005, 2015, 2017, 2019. That is tied for most by team in NFL history. The Pittsburgh Steelers also have 6. Bill Belichick by himself has 6 Super Bowls. He's a 3-time AP Coach of the Year in 03, 07, and 2010. He has the most playoff wins in NFL history with 31. He is a member of the NFL All-Decade teams for 2000s and 2010s. He has 302 wins in his career, and he was 266, 121 with the Patriots, including 30-12 in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Belichick, not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
What are we doing? How's that possible?
It just makes you wonder, if Bill Belichick isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, who is? Like, seriously, like, he's the greatest coach of all time. Genuinely, the greatest coach of all time. I can't think of a better one. I don't think most NFL fans can think of a better one. You mentioned it, Joe. 6 Super Bowl wins. If you're winning 6 Super Bowls, what else do you need to prove? It's across multiple eras. You said the first one was what, 2001, 2002, all the way to 2019.
19, yep.
That's almost 20 years of success. Yes, you can attribute all you want to Brady, but a team is not just the quarterback. Yep. There's a lot of things that go in. A quarterback can carry you a long way, but there are a lot of things around the quarterback that have to be right to win a Super Bowl. You can't do it all by yourself.
And a lot of those Super Bowls came down to some very clutch defensive plays.
And I know it's not on our list here, but another guy that didn't make it first ballot was Robert Kraft.
Yep.
So
stupid.
If Belichick didn't make it first ballot and Robert Kraft didn't make it first ballot, and you have 6 Super Bowls in that span, who do you attribute the success to? You can't attribute it all to Brady because he's not building the team.
Nope.
Obviously, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, if not the greatest, but you can't do it by yourself. So it's just absurd. I was hoping that maybe there would be some clause in the committee that they could re-vote or something, because it's stupid. I don't know who a Hall of Famer is anymore and who isn't.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Okay. What kind of precedent are you setting here? Like, maybe when a guy like Andy Reid retires, he's first ballot Hall of Fame. But Bill Belichick wasn't first ballot Hall of Fame, so how can Andy Reid be? How does any coach ever achieve first ballot Hall of Fame status after this? You just can't. What precedent are you setting here?
Well, we're going by the same stipulation, right? They were talking about somebody came out and said it and then rescinded their statement, whatever, don't care who you are, who you voted on, whatever. Talking about, well, it's about Spygate and Deflategate and all this other stuff, right? All right, then Tom Brady's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
Cool. Let's not throw the greatest possible athlete of all time, let alone quarterback, let alone player. Let's not throw him in the Hall of Fame. If we're going by cheating scandals, we could go look at 200 players, 200 plus players in the Hall of Fame. We could go name by name, and I could tell you XYZ did this, XYZ did that. Nobody's perfect. It's like, I understand these things are different when it comes to the NFL about Deflategate and whatnot, but we literally had an entire cheating scandal confirmed in college football and didn't vacate a title. Like, what are we doing?
And okay, you can take out those 2 Super Bowls. He's still got 4.
Yeah, which is more and tied than any of the 3 names we'll talk about that are the only 3 first ballot Hall of Fame coaches to ever come. The last one in 1997 with Don Shula, right? And I'm not taking away the accomplishments of Don Shula, who, again, another greatest coach of all time, right? But Bill Belichick is not. He has 6. It's this simple. He has 6 Super Bowls. The Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the longest tenured NFL teams, have 6 Super Bowls in their history. Bill Belichick was a coach for 30 years. The Steelers have been around for 100.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who you attribute the success to, because you can't argue that 6 Super Bowls isn't successful. So who is it?
Every single voter that did not vote for Belichick needs to be exposed. First of all, we need the entire list, like straight up. I want to know every single person's name. I want every single one of them to give a statement. And then I would love to see every single one of their resignation off of this committee, because this is bullcrap. And I'm not a Bill Belichick fan. This is coming from a Giants fan, first of all, and Brent as well agreeing with this, right? Giants fans are one of the biggest Bill Belichick haters in the world. I've heard it from Jets fans, Bill fans, Chiefs fans. Of every single person in Twitter was astounded, thinking this was a hilarious joke. I don't care about what he's doing at UNC right now. I don't care about what happened in the 3 years he didn't have Tom Brady, right? It's about the length of tenure of service, and I have lost all respect for anything NFL Hall of Fame related at all. Like, Luke Kuechly is very likely to get in this week, right? He has not been confirmed to not be out yet, right? And I love Luke Kuechly probably than any other football player I've ever watched. But he does not in any world deserve to get in votes over Bill Belichick.
And I hate it. I hate it for the people that do get in this cycle, because it's almost overshadowed by this.
Yep.
You have 2 candidates that should 100% be in. They should have been unanimous voted in, not just 80% of the vote, which is what you need to get in. And Robert Kraft, I know this is more on Bill Belichick, and I think Bill Belichick is even more deserving than Robert Kraft. But Robert Kraft is in a Super Bowl this Sunday without Brady. So, like, that's not successful. Like, I don't understand.
He's been to 7.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't get it.
Let's back it up. Let's talk about the first ballot Hall of Famers, right? We've got Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, and Don Shula. Those all happened within 7 years. Again, I don't want to be put on blast and say Joe Wagner, the Sports Outlet Show, made fun of these coaches for making. That's not what's happening here. We're doing a chart by chart comparison. It's what you do in football. You put a player by player with stats in it, right? Let's start with Tom Landry. Two Super Bowl rings compared to 6, 250 wins compared to 302, and 1 Coach of the Year compared to 3. That math doesn't add up. Let's go to Chuck Noll. 4 Super Bowl rings. Last I checked basic math, 4 is less than 6. 193 wins compared to 302. 16 playoff wins compared to 31. Oh, he almost doubled that. And was the 1989 PWFA Coach of the Year, was never an AP Coach of the Year. Don Shula, the most recent, 2 Super Bowl rings, 328 wins. He did have more than Bill Belichick there. 19-17 in the playoffs versus 31 wins to Belichick, and then a 4-time AP Coach of the Year. So he has Belichick in 2 of those statistics. I'm speechless.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, they screwed up. I think the NFL knows they screwed up, but there's no way to fix it. So it's done, and it is what it is, I guess. But
show me the names. I want to see them.
And once again, we are not like bringing down the accomplishments of Don Shula, Tom Landry, and Chuck Noll.
No,
we are comparing
Bill
Belichick,
of all time. Yep.
Comparing Bill Belichick to the other greatest coaches of all time, and his resume is just it's comparable, if not destroys them. It's insane.
Well, I literally just went over the Mount Rushmore of head coaches with you, and Bill Belichick is the one on the left. He's the first one you see.
Crazy.
So it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't know what's more dumb, that or the NFL Pro Bowl games. I really don't. This is a football score, by the way, a flag football score, by all means. The NFC major comeback, by the way, last night. Woohoo! Drama TV defeated the AFC 66-52. And what's next for the NFL? George Pickens won the offensive MVP. Antoine Winfield Jr. was defensive. Jerry Rice was the NFC coach. Steve Young was the AFC coach. And my question to you all, gentlemen, is not just the score, whatever. It's not Micah Parsons riding around on a scooter being the main event. It's how much of a joke is this event, and when are we going to get rid of it, or how can we save it?
I don't know if there is any saving it. I just think players don't want to play in it. I'll be honest with you, especially as we can see at the AFC quarterback position this year, because you have Shadur Sanders and Joe Flacco making the Super Bowl or making the Pro Bowl.
We have two quarterbacks on the same team.
Yeah, they were
Flacco and Burrow.
They should have put Gabriel in there too. Just had all 3 of the Browns quarterbacks. That would have been special. But it's just it's ridiculous. I don't know what else it is. By my calculations, there had to have been at least 1, 2, 3, probably like the majority of the AFC quarterbacks said no. Apparently,
Justin Fields.
I was going to say, apparently they asked Justin Fields, who declined as well. Justin Fields got benched in early November, hasn't played since. So I think that probably would have been worse than Shadur, honestly. But yeah, it's absurd. I don't know what else to say about it. I didn't watch it. I'll be honest with you guys. Sorry, not.
I watched it so I could talk about it, and I wish I could get that time of my life back.
Yeah, I can't give much analysis from the game, but I can confidently 100% say it is a joke and it means nothing anymore.
You'll never guess who threw an interception, Brent, in the Pro Bowl in a flag football game.
Who?
You'll never guess. He has 10 of them on the year compared to 7 touchdowns. You'll never guess, Brent. You'll never guess.
No clue. Of course. But yeah, I don't even know at this point, dude. It's bad. You have to judge a player now based on All Pro. You can't judge them on Pro Bowl anymore, because when you go back and look at Shadur's career and he has a Pro Bowl on there that's obviously not deserving, you can't judge a player's success on that.
And I think you just look on the AFC, we talked about them. On the NFC side, you have Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, and Jared Goff. Super Bowl quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, and Dak Prescott. It's just night and day in terms of that comparison. When the AFC has some of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
What are we doing?
We should have thrown Jared Stidham out there.
I would have preferred him over Shadur.
All I'm saying is, Braden, it melted my mind yesterday to watch Dak Prescott take the snap, do a lateral to Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts threw a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, dude. Jalen Hurts
My
threw 3
brain
touchdowns
hurt.
and they were all the Cowboys.
My brain hurt so bad watching that.
Threw 1 to CD and 2 to Jake Ferguson. So it was weird to watch.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
In the highlights, I didn't watch live.
I don't blame you. I really don't. Here's my idea how to save it. Are you guys ready? It can be 5 teams, 6 teams, whatever. I'm going to leave this up to the NFL, but this is what Joe Wagner's proposing on the podcast. The NFL Pro Bowl should be selected, right? Pro Bowl means nothing anymore. So we get the AP honors out of the way, we're done. For those that want to participate, we'll select based on this. It can be flag football, it can be tackle football, whatever. But you have the 4 conferences, maybe the Pac-12 and a group of 5 team, and based on where these guys went to college, put them on teams and play like a 4-nation style with the NHL. Thoughts?
Could be fun. I think you'd have to divvy up some of the group of 5 teams and put them into conferences as well, because then you're missing out on some decent guys. I mean, like, off the top of my head, it's slipping, but you just think Brandy Moss went to Marshall. So
Well, the G5 guys get their own team.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I like it.
So SEC superior conference, right? They get the bye, and then you have everybody else.
I like it. Sounds good.
Could be fun.
Another like alternative that I've heard is put the worst 2 record teams in the NFL up against each other, and the winner gets the first overall pick.
I'm in for that.
In theory, sounds amazing, especially for the fans. But when you think about it a little bit, like the players probably don't want the number 1 overall pick because then they're more likely to be replaced.
I was about to say you have a situation where the quarterback Geno Smith on the Raiders right now, he's throwing that game, dude.
Yeah.
He's throwing it.
Yep. So in theory, that would be amazing, but it would never actually happen.
That'd be funny. I don't know what it is, but I'm not opposed to canceling at this point.
Yeah.
They got.
And while we're on like NFL subjects, what do y'all think about all the international games this year?
It's a lot.
Too many.
It's growing.
There's
12.
9. Is it 9?
Yeah, there's 9 this year, and Goodell wants to go to 16 next year.
I can't do it anymore. I hate that it's Sunday mornings. Obviously, for us East Coasters, we're at church. A lot of us.
Yep.
So I miss a lot of those games. And then I saw that one of them's in Melbourne, Australia, which God help those 2 teams. I mean, that's what, like a 20-hour flight? That like the jet lag from that is going to be terrible. And I'm sure no team actually wants to go over there. So I hate what they're doing personally. I know they're trying to make it global, but I personally hate all the international games.
Dude, it's worse for the West Coast. They got games at like 6 a.m. It's disgusting.
Yep.
Let's transition here for you guys. It is time for the blind top 10, and it's the Super Bowl, so we have blind top 10 Gatorade flavors. I'll get it pulled up. You guys,
I knew it was gonna be Super Bowl themed. I was not predicting Gatorade flavors, but I like this one.
Love it.
Honestly, it's been a while since I've had a Gatorade, so I definitely know which ones are the best. There's definitely one that I would put at the top of the list, but I like this one.
Let's get it.
let me get everything pulled up for the fellas. I apologize if you can hear Penny. She's very excited about Gatorade flavors. Very pumped.
That cucumber lime or whatever it is better not be on the list.
Who's going first?
I'm off my game. I don't know who's going first.
Oh, you're the one that always remembers.
I know.
Pick. You go.
Okay.
We're ready.
At number 1, we have lime cucumber.
Boo,
Oh
boo,
my gosh.
number 10, get it out of here.
I'm sorry.
Good start.
At least we got the worst one out of the way. Because
That's
that is
true.
by far the worst. I can't think of
That's
another.
true. At number 2, we have lemon lime.
I feel like you guys are going to hate me for this, but it's my favorite. I love lemon lime. It is so good. It's classic. It's the original Gatorade. I'm putting it at number 1.
See, I don't know about the original, but I'm a fan. I used to be a lemon lime hater, but it's definitely grown on me over the years. It's definitely top 3 for me, so I don't mind it.
Kyle loves my pick. I've been endorsed. I love it.
At number 3, we have Glacier Cherry.
Is this the white one?
You can look it up, dude. I'm not
Yep.
entirely
It's
sure.
Okay. Cherry. Yes, okay. See, this one's kind of the opposite for me. I used to be a big fan of this one, and it's kind of fallen off the cliff for me. It's not my favorite anymore. It wasn't even back then. But, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I can't even think of 10 Gatorade flavors. So we'll put it at 7.
The ones you've put on there so far, though, like instantly.
Yeah.
I got it.
There you go. At number 4, and it's fierce, you have grape.
Yeah, see, this is not one I drink very often. I've probably had it before at some point. I just don't remember it too well. But I can picture it in my head what it would taste like, and I'm sure it's not that far off. Grape is grape, you know? I mean, who's going out of their way to get a grape? Let's be honest. No one.
It's my favorite lollipop flavor.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Big grape fan.
Well, personally, not for me. I'll be real with you, Joe. And
okay.
I like Glacier Cherry better than grape, so I'm gonna put it at 8 because I think there's gonna be one worse. But yeah,
I feel like grape lives in its own tier with like everything. It's like it's not at the height of strawberry or watermelon, but it's not as bad as green apple.
Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh. Is that on here? Jeez.
No, it's not. You get that hint. At number 5, we have You're Feeling Fine, You're Feeling Cool, You're Cool as Blue.
Ooh.
Yes. Is this the light blue? Let me see.
Cool blue is not the light blue.
It's like,
It's the blue.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not dark blue either, though. It's like in the middle.
Right. That's gonna go at number 4 for me.
I like Cool Blue. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool blue is a fan favorite. At number 6, you've got Arctic Blitz.
Oh,
That is like that teal style aquamarine colored.
okay. Oh, I can't say I don't know if I've had this one. I'll be honest with you guys. The greenish is what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting deferring images here. Is it
It's like
the green one or the light blue?
It's like
the green one. It's
yeah,
the
it's like
greenish
the
one.
Baja Blast looking one.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't say.
What a comparison! What a pull!
It does look like Baja Blast.
Brayden, you go get yourself one after this on
Does
the
it-
Sports Outlet Show credit card.
Does it taste like Baja Blast? Because that might change my answer.
I don't think so. I'm not super familiar with it either.
I don't know the last time I had this one, but I have had it. I've had every single one on here.
All right. For the sake of the show, we're gonna have to put it at 9. None of us know it too well, but I bet it's better than lime cucumber. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Next time you're in the sheets and you need one, pick it up, give it a try.
I'll give it a try.
At number 7, you got all these fancy names, and then you have orange.
Okay.
Orange is a good one. It's definitely top 5. But there's 2 that I think are better than it that are still coming. So I'm going to put it at 5.
Orange is solid.
It says it's definitely top 5 and puts it at 5.
It's top 5.
At number 8, you have Glacier Freeze. This is the light blue
This
one.
is the light blue. Yes. And it is solid.
This is the hangover cure.
It's really, really good. Definitely top 3. I had a feeling this was one of the ones Braden was waiting on. Yeah, I gotta put it at 2. There is another one that I'm thinking of, but I think it's better than that one.
I agree. Yeah, this one's my number 1. This is one that I pick it up every time. It's every time I'm getting the Glacier Freeze.
I still like lemon lime better.
Dude, they're both great.
I will say you got a great 1-2 so far. At number 9, and it will give you your number 10, you have the OG Dead Classic Fruit Punch.
That's what I was thinking was going to be here as well. It's going to go number 3. And I'm very happy with this top 3. Honestly, I'm happy with this entire list. It looks great.
What do you guys think it is?
I have no idea. I can't even think of one. There's like a green one that I don't know what it is, but
So this is actually Joe's favorite Gatorade flavor. Throwback to Robert E. Ayler Middle School. Every time after practice, my mom would bring me one of these, and it's the best Gatorade in the whole wide world. It's hard to find nowadays, but it is still continued. You got the blue cherry Gatorade.
blue cherry.
Okay, I've definitely
The
had
dark
one.
blue. Okay.
So good. It's like, my mom's an incredible person, right? The blue cherry mom drop off saved middle school Joe life.
Well, besides Joe's, blue cherry pool there, and honestly, blue cherry's fine, but I think it's correctly ranked for me. Obviously, Joe, we have differing opinions, but
It's all good.
I think we nailed this list, Braden. This
think
might be
so,
our
too.
best one.
I think so too. I think it's perfect.
I think besides my blue cherry pick, the only thing I would do is I think Cool Blue is better than Fruit Punch. I would slide 3 and 4.
I disagree.
Joe's just a blue guy. Joe likes all the blues.
Hey, don't
Nothing
blue
wrong with
shame me.
Nothing wrong with it. I don't
You
blame
can't do that. That's rude.
I'm not blaming you.
He put me in a tier and said you have to live in it. I will say lemon lime is like a go-to after workout one specifically.
That's true.
And the glacier freeze is you're like, I'm feeling a little dehydrated. I just want a nice Gatorade. It's like you weren't exercising. It's like you're hungover. You have a little headache, right? Glacier freeze is a top tier one.
Yep. I love this list. This is the best one we've had in a while. I can't think of a list off the top of my head that beats it. Cinema.
We're definitely posting that on the Twitter. We were all up at the same time. I love it. Guys, that is a bomb list. You guys did do very well. Now the real question, fellas. What color is the Gatorade on Sunday? I had to ask when I was giving you a Super Bowl topic.
Yeah.
What was the light green one? Arctic?
No shot. It's gonna be like plus 1 million.
Blue cherry. It's blue cherry.
Let's put the 1888 gambler line down there for Brent. Guys,
It was
I think the Seahawks are going to win. So I think they're going to pull out the lime cucumber.
Oh, no. It is their colors, isn't it?
It is.
Hey, it was lemon lime last year. Just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Okay. So it's not going to be lemon lime this year.
But the
Could be.
Eagles also won last year.
It's true.
It fit the color scheme. I could very much see if the Patriots win it being straight up fruit punch.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be like one of the classics. It's not going to be like one of these glaciers, I bet.
Yeah.
So orange, yellow, red. Maybe.
I think if I'm being serious, I'm going that the Seahawks are going to win. So I think they're going to go with lemon lime. I think it's going back to back.
Back to
Really?
back.
Yep.
No way.
I feel like they never do that, but hey.
It's happened before.
Has
Give
it?
it best bet.
Let's see. Oh, the Giants started it, apparently.
did not know that.
BetMGM has a whole art. So, okay, here are your odds. You ready? It's on BetMGM. I'm looking at a website. I'm not on BetMGM. Orange is at plus 225 as the lead.
I like
Yellow
that.
/ lime green basically is plus 260. It is also tied with blue at plus 260. Purple is at plus 750. Red and water is at plus 1100.
Water.
Yep.
They can't do that.
So the
I think
Eagles
I'm-
had yellow, but before that, the Chiefs went back to back with purple. And then the Rams and Bucks went back to back with blue in 22 and 21.
Who's had water?
There's a bunch of none. I guess that's clarified as clear on here. But clear was 4 in a row. Pats, Steelers, Colts, Giants, 05 to 08.
You know what I think that is? I think that's when the players pick up the wrong cooler.
Yeah, absolutely. That's hilarious.
But if you go, let's go back 10 years, right? Let's go 2025 to 2016. You have orange twice, you have yellow twice, you have purple twice, and you have blue 3 times. And then in 2017, the Patriots didn't do it.
What?
Refunds. Refunds.
They didn't do it after the
That's why Belichick didn't make the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Maybe.
You're telling me they didn't do it after the historic comeback against the Falcons? That was that year, no?
They already threw all their Gatorade out, man. They
Wait,
weren't
no.
ready.
2017.
That was
okay,
2016.
no,
right?
because the 2017 season was when the Eagles won it.
No, because it's counting the Broncos as the 2016, which it was Broncos, Panthers, and then the Patriots, Falcons was the year after. So, yes, they didn't do one on the comeback.
That's crazy.
We're giving you riveting stuff. And I did not know it was back-to-back this much. That's good analysis. Maybe it is going to be yellow.
It's actually been back-to-back in 23, 24, 21, 22. So, if it's 25, 26 on the trend, yellow, lemon, lime.
Makes sense.
Which is number 2. Why is orange at 1?
I'm putting a band on it, baby. Yellow.
It hasn't been since COVID that this crap was out here.
We're giving you deep analysis here on the Sports Outlet Show.
This is huge for the game.
What game? This game?
This game.
If you thought that us bantering about Gatorade flavors for 10 minutes was fun, wait until the facts we have for you today. Everything you need to know about Super Bowl 60 right here on the Sports Outlet Show. Seattle Seahawks is the away team. The New England Patriots are the home team. Boys, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Please stop me if you find something intriguing. But let's kick it off here with some Super Bowl lines. Seattle are 4.5-point favorites. New England looking at the pups at 4.5. Money line is minus 238 for Seattle, plus 195 for New England. Now let's break this down, right? Sunday, February 8th at 6:30, Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California, right? Is where we're playing it. NBC is getting the call here. Mike Tirico will actually be in his first Super Bowl as the play-by-play announcer. Chris Collinsworth in his 6th is going to be the analyst, so we'll see another Collinsworth slide there. Our 2 sideline reporters, Melissa Stark and Kaylee Hartoon. Stark is in her 2nd. Hartoon is in her 1st. And then Terry McCulley is the rules analyst on that one. 3 Super Bowls he had as a referee. He is here as the rules analyst, right? So couple things here, right? Let's break down the lead referee. Sean Smith, he started in 2016, but started as an actual referee, so head ref in 2018. This is going to be his first Super Bowl. Guys, how much does the ref crew mean in a Super Bowl?
Well, hopefully not a lot. If they're doing their jobs right, hopefully not a lot. Because you want the refs out of the game as much as possible.
What if they were doing their jobs consistently to the way they have been all season?
Then that would be terrible.
Well, let's get crew specific. Sean Smith is in his first Super Bowl game officiated. He's the lead guy with his crew. During his tenure in those 7 years, He is 6-4 as the head ref for the Seahawks and 7-4 for the Patriots. Now the Patriots already have this guy under wraps. He was the head official for the divisional round game for the Patriots' win over the Texans 28-16. How badly officiated was that football game? Plus 18 turnovers.
CJ Stroud was awesome.
Yes, he was. So that makes the mind tick a little bit, right? You think about some key stats to watch on Super Bowl Sunday. Let's get deep into the data grotto. This crew ranks among the bottom 6 in penalties per game in the NFL. They have a very low penalty volume. Brent, that's what you wanted to see.
Good.
But when they do, they are top 3 in defensive pass interference calls, 23 of them in their 17 regular season games. Uh-oh for the over. DPI changes games, and they are one of the biggest crews to call it. Concerns, gentlemen. What's our thoughts on that?
Let's hope it doesn't come down to a singular call. We'll see.
Yeah. Agreed. Super Bowl is one of those games where you let those ticky-tacky DPIs go. You want big plays. You want to see these receivers and corners go against each other. If it's something like hand fighting that doesn't have any effect on the catch, you let it go. So we just got to hope that they kind of turn down, swallow the whistle a little bit. Don't let anything egregious happen, but we don't need to be calling DPIs all over the place.
Hey, I just realized you guys are in different boxes.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Guys, I fixed it.
I didn't realize that either.
That's hilarious. That has not been that way the whole podcast. I was just looking at Braden talking to my right, and I went, interesting.
That's strange.
Braden, I hope you enjoyed your time as Brent.
It was nice. It was a really good time.
You're welcome. As well as with this one under Smith's team, I guess this doesn't matter, but it is a formality. The road team favorability is very intact. Home teams are much less likely to cover the spread under Sean Smith's crew. I know it's a Super Bowl, but if you want to play ticky-tacky, right, the Seahawks are the away team. Now let's talk a little bit more about some of the Super Bowl trends in the history of the number one bet of the Super Bowl, the coin toss, because people like to lose their money on a 50-50 bet. It's like a casino. -4.5 is the spread. We talked about it earlier. It is the largest spread since 2010. In 2010, the Colts were 5-point favorites against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, in which the Saints whooped the Colts 31-17 for Brees' one and only Super Bowl ring. Now, -4.5 has come up a lot in Super Bowl tendencies. It came up in 2013, where San Francisco lost 31-34 to the Baltimore Ravens. San Fran was the 4.5-point favorites. It happened in 2015, where the Carolina Panthers lost to the Denver Broncos 10-24. The Panthers were 4.5-point favorites. It happened again in 2018 between the Eagles and the Patriots. The Patriots lost 33-41, and they were 4.5-point favorites. Are you sensing a trend, gentlemen?
Interesting.
Not only did the 4.5 not cover, the underdogs of 4.5 won all 3 times. Really makes a fellow wonder, don't it?
Interesting.
Let's keep going, why don't we? Over under at 45.5. It's ingrained in my brain at this point, right? Total points has hit the under 5 of the last 7 Super Bowls, and the underdog has covered the spread 4 of the last 5 seasons. Now be prepared to have your mind absolutely blown. The team that has won the game has also covered the spread in 15 of the last 16 Super Bowls. The lone exception was the Rams beating the Bengals 23-20 when the Rams were 4-point favorites. 15 of 16. So if you're taking the money line, you might as well take the spread.
Yep.
Unless you're picking the underdog, but you know what I'm saying. If you're picking the underdog spread, you might as well pick the money line, is what I'm trying to say as well.
Yep.
Now the coin toss. Legacy, right? It's almost been as even as you can be in 59 bowls. The tails has a slight edge at 52%. It's been 31 times. And heads has been 28 times at 47%. Heads has the world's longest streak at 5 of them. That was Super Bowl 43 through 47. And then tails had the longest streak of 4. And that went all the way back from 47, immediately after, 48 to 51. 2025 results was heads, gentlemen. So based on the trend, it's tails' year.
Look, tails never fails, baby. But what are we doing on these sports books, man? Shouldn't it just be plus 100 for heads or tails? It's true 50-50.
Brent,
It's not.
They can't make money that way.
They got to get their juice.
Yep.
Well, it's just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous.
Why don't you go complain to DraftKings that their odds are not favorable for the fan? Tell me how it goes.
Okay, I'll report back.
We're gonna try this again next week. Brett's not gonna be on the podcast. We'll be searching for him. I've gave you my spiel about everything you need to know about everything that doesn't matter about the actual game. When it comes to Super Bowl history and betting trends and lines and whatever. Brent, you have the honor of breaking down the Seattle Seahawks. Tell me about this offense, this defense, and how they're going to raise the Lombardi on Sunday.
Yeah, well, both of these teams have really been surprises, more or less, this year. I don't think anyone going into the season was giving you Seahawks versus Patriots in the Super Bowl, especially after the Patriots had the 3rd overall pick last year. Seahawks, I don't even think they made the playoffs last year, did they?
I think they just missed out.
So, obviously, huge seasons for both of these teams. No matter the outcome of the game, obviously you make it this far, you want to win the Super Bowl. That's for sure. But the Seahawks, their offense has been spectacular this year. As I mentioned earlier, under Clint Kubiak, he's leading the reins there. I know Mike McDonald is the head coach and a terrific head coach at that, but Clint Kubiak calls all of the offense. And that starts with Sam Darnold, who has been spectacular this season. A much needed upgrade over Geno Smith. When the trade first happened between the Raiders and Seahawks, honestly, I didn't love it for the Seahawks. After Sam Darnold's collapse last year, I didn't really think he had it in him to make it this far. And from the outside looking in, I thought the Seahawks roster was worse than the Vikings, but obviously I was wrong there. But it's not just Sam Darnold. JSN, phenomenal year. Top 3 wide receiver in the league this year, easily. Unguardable a lot of the time, constantly going for 100-yard games. Not as huge in the touchdown department, but he has been their absolute weapon this year. Obviously, you have the two-headed monster in Kenneth Gainwell and Zach Charbonnet. Obviously, Zach Charbonnet had that ACL tear. Was that last week or the week before? I think it was
week before.
So a little bit of a loss there, but honestly, I think Kenneth Gainwell is the better back, and I think this actually helps the Seahawks in some cases because they weren't giving him the ball enough. So I think this has the opportunity for him to have a spectacular game as well. On the defensive side of the ball, you have one of the best defenses in the league. Obviously, the Texans are up there with them. The Broncos are up there with them. But you have Leonard Williams. You have Devin Witherspoon. You have Nick Emenwari, who's had one of the best rookie seasons this year. Just a phenomenal unit from the top down. And I think they have what it takes to win this game handedly, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
You're telling me Jake Bobo, first touchdown?
No, but I did see there were a decent amount of people that had the anytime touchdown last week on Jake Bobo and got paid out pretty big.
So his over-under is half a yard. There's no way he doesn't get it, right? People want it. People need it.
If he gets the over, it's probably for a touchdown. They look for him in the end zone is the thing. And I don't have the odds in front of me right now, but I'm interested to see his line this week compared to what it was last week because I bet it's a lot worse odds to bet on it.
Probably is. Braden, tell me about Mike Vrabel in his first year here with the Patriots and what Drake May needs to do to bring a 7th Super Bowl to the Patriots, which would be the most in NFL history.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, love this from Mike Vrabel. Got done dirty by the Titans, used as a scapegoat there, and he's proven that he belongs in this league as a head coach. Absolutely great year for the Patriots in his first year. Obviously, you're playing in the Super Bowl. For Drake May, your MVP finalist quarterback, we find out if he wins that tomorrow. It's going to be Matt Stafford, but Drake May was spectacular in the regular season. But during these playoffs, he's kind of been just okay. He had 268 yards and a touchdown against the Chargers, 179 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Texans with quite a few fumbles, and 86 yards against the Broncos in that snowstorm. So for him to put up some more standard or passing yards that we're used to him throwing for, that would be good and would be huge if they're going to win against the Seahawks defense. At the running back position, Travion Henderson was starting to gain traction mid to late season, but it's been Ramondre Stevenson for these playoffs. They've been leaning on him very heavily. He's seen almost all of the work for Ramondre Stevenson. At the wideouts, they've got Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, Matt Collins, Demario Douglas, all guys that can make plays, but it's been Stephon Diggs they've been relying on the most. Hunter Henry is questionable with an injury, but I believe he's expected to play. Will Campbell, their rookie left tackle, guarding Drake May's blindside, has been a little bit of a liability for them at times this season. And against the Seahawks defense, he's going to need to play at a higher level than he has been. He has that championship drive in him. It just hasn't really shown so far this season. And allowing that defense to get free on Drake May is not going to be good for you. On the Patriots defensive side of the ball, they have just had guys everywhere. I could just read down their entire starting lineup, and the guy has almost certainly made a play for them. Milton Williams, Tonga on the defensive line. Tonga's been playing fullback for them as well. Robert Spillane and Christian Ellis have been all over the field, and Carlton Davis, Craig Woodson, Chris Gonzalez, and Marcus Jones have all come up with big interceptions in these playoffs. So for them, just rely on your defense. They may not be as good as the Seahawks defense, but they've definitely held their own in these playoffs, and they've been clutch. And for the offense, you need to get Drake May going. Lean on Ramondre like you have been, and just take care of the ball. Drake May struggled with that this postseason so far. A lot of fumbles, a couple interceptions. If you hold on to the football, keep it away from Sam Darnold and the Seahawks offense, you got a better chance of winning.
Braden, talk to me about New England, right? And everybody claiming the Mickey Mouse schedule versus the fact of they're one game away from the Super Bowl. I want you to play both sides of that coin of how the Mickey Mouse schedule is hurting them versus how it's one game away from being Super Bowl champs.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Those people have a point. I might be one of those people claiming a Mickey Mouse schedule. It's one of the worst schedules I've ever seen. It's really bad, but you can only play your schedule, and they've won a lot of games. Last week against Jarrett Stidham is not the way they wanted to beat the Broncos, but it got them here. CJ Stroud did not really help them beat those allegations against the Texans. But this team is well built. They have a lot of good pieces. This organization obviously has the culture of being here. They've been here before, so maybe that can ease the nerves of these guys. But on the flip side, playing a tough schedule and avoiding adversity is not the greatest, because if you play a team like these Seahawks that's been so good all year, it can be tough because you haven't played a team like this in a long time, and you didn't win against a lot of the teams that you played that were above 500 or playoff teams. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for them to adjust to. And honestly, I think that's a big part of why they're not favored in this game and why they're 4.5-point underdogs.
Brent, final question, and we'll get to predictions. What is more important to you, the battle of Drake May versus the Seahawks defense, or Sam Darnold going up against this upfront New England force?
That's a tough question because honestly, and you guys might disagree with me, but honestly, in both cases, I think the defense is favored in both sides. I like both of the defenses of both these teams. Braden just mentioned all of the guys the Patriots have. We know how good the Seahawks defense is. I know Drake May is an MVP finalist. He's never been here. So I think the Seahawks defense could have a great day. I think the Patriots defense could have a good day. I don't know if that's enough for me to say to take the under, but it might be the more I think about it. It's not one of my best bets, but it's definitely something I'm going to be thinking about.
I think when I break this game down with everything that you both said, when you talk about two things here, and quarterback play is so huge in a game like this, but they say defense wins championships, right? And if you give Seattle a little bit of the edge there, right? Calling themselves the dark side, being one of the best defenses alongside the Houston Texans, right? But for me, it really does come down to between Sam Darnold and Drake May, because if Sam Darnold can go out there, complete 15 passes, 175 yards, a touchdown, and not turn the ball over one time, the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. It's that simple. If he does not allow a turnover, does not allow Drake May to get momentum, right? The Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl because the defense is tireless. They kick teams in the teeth day after day, right? The Patriots offense is no different than the NFC West that they just dominated through, right? Which had two of the best offenses in football with the 49ers and the Rams, right? So it really comes up to me is Sam Darnold going to be enough of a Brock Purdy in this moment, really, of being a system-style quarterback, not trying to make a huge play, because if he throws a pick or let alone two, this Patriots defense can so quickly get in this game. Because if C.J. Stroud doesn't throw as many interceptions as he does, I mean, the Texans lost by 12 points.
Yep.
They lost because of C.J. Stroud. It's that simple. If they don't throw those interceptions, we could let alone be talking about the Houston Texans being in the Super Bowl. It's that simple. The margin for error is so small, and Sam Darnold is going to – you talk about all the people out there. Drake May's never been there before. You said that, Brent. Obviously, Sam Darnold hasn't been here either, right? There is no player that has more pressure in them on Sunday than Sam Darnold. It is that simple. If he goes out there, Kenneth Walker gets 25 carries, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Darnold just completes his short, high completion accuracy passes, they're going to win the Super Bowl. If he goes out there and he sees a ghost, and that ghost, Christian Gonzalez, takes it 75 yards to the house, we're talking about a whole different game. So that's my take. That's Sam Darnold versus that defense is going to decide the Super Bowl, because the Seahawks are going to let up, in my opinion, less than 20 points no matter what happens. It's prediction time, fellas.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Who's got it?
I can go first because I'm pretty decided, and I have been ever since the line dropped, which honestly shocked me a little bit. The way the Seahawks have been playing this playoff run has shocked me. Like, it's been incredible. Obviously had a great regular season, so maybe it shouldn't be that shocking. But the way they beat the 49ers, the way they beat the Rams, I mean, these are good teams. These are divisional opponents, and they made them look silly at times, especially that 49ers game. I know they have a lot of injuries there, but anytime you put up 40 plus in the playoffs, people take notice. To me, we talked about it. The Patriots have had a Mickey Mouse run. It's not their fault, obviously. It's the schedule's fault. And they are a good team. They're a playoff team for sure. 9 times out of 10. Are they a Super Bowl team? I don't know. I've seen a lot better Super Bowl teams in recent history. And with that being said, I think the Seahawks dominate this game from start to finish. I have them beating the Patriots 31-17. It's not going to be a close game.
Yeah, I'll fill in here. Brent, I agree, first of all, with your prediction. I do have the Seahawks winning too. The state of history, right? I went through my whole ramble of Sam Darnold. And the only way this game is close is if he throws an interception. And on Sunday, first of all, I can't bet. But second of all, I wouldn't be one if I could to bet over half an interception, right? But Sam Darnold just seems to make mistakes when it matters most. His first play as an NFL quarterback was a pick six to the house, right? So talk about having a monkey on your back against probably the best defense he's going to see all year. And the Patriots, I think between a pick or a fumble, it's going to happen at some point. Hopefully it's early and they bounce back from it. I have Seattle, but I do think it's going to be close. And I do think that the under is the most free bet you could bet in the Super Bowl with these defenses. I have Seahawks 23, Patriots 20, staying in line with a lot of history with that -4.5 as well. So if this is the score, we're in for a good ride on Sunday.
Yeah, not to cut you off, Braden, but the more I've thought about it, the more I think I'm going to be hammering the under as well. I did not realize it at first that it was at 45.5. I think that's I think that's a little too high with how good these defenses are. And
that's a little over 10 points a quarter.
Yeah, from what we've been talking about, hashing it out here on the Sports Outlet Show with you guys, I'm hammering the under. I'm adding it to my best bets. Under 45.5.
Joe adds graphic in podcast. Brandon, while you do that, if you hear me typing, you don't.
Yeah, guys, I think it's going to be a clean sweep here. We've talked about this Seattle Seahawks defense over and over and over again, but in these playoffs, their offense has put up 72 points in 2 games. So their offense is definitely very capable of scoring as well, even against good defenses. So I think it's just too big of a ask of the Patriots to go out and win this game. I think it could be. I don't know. I still have the Seahawks covering. I have them winning 28-17 against the Patriots. That's a little bit of a sweat for those betting on the total. That sneaks just under the 45.5 at 45. But yeah, I just think this Patriots team has not played a team like the Seahawks team so far this season, and I think it's just going to be too much for them. A lot of these guys do not have the experience on either team of being in this position. They're fairly young, new teams. So I just think it's going to come down to the better team, and I think that's going to be the Seahawks.
3-0 clean sweep. I don't know if that happened last year on the Sports Outlet Show. I'd have to go look back at the film and coverage because we got all of them live on YouTube if you want to go look at us talking in 2022 and things like that as well. But we can't leave until Brent and Braden give you their best Super Bowl bets because there's some fun ones on there. Before we wrap us up, Brent, take me through your, I guess now 3 best Super Bowl bets.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say under 45.5. I think it's hitting. Joe talked me into that one. I will be betting it.
Which is -105 and not -115. So
I like that.
The odds are even less than people are preferring the over, essentially, is what this means in sportsbook terminology for people that don't know.
They typically do.
Well, you gave it to, didn't you say, was it 5 of, or was it
5 of last 7?
5 of the last 7 hit the under. I like those odds.
And one of the 2 that didn't went to overtime.
That's a good point. Okay, I'm with you on that, Joe. You've talked me into that one. My next one, the one I'm probably most confident in. I've been confident in it since the line dropped. Seahawks -4.5. Braden's nodding his head because he agreed with it on his score prediction. But like I said, the Seahawks are just the dominant team here. I'm not even going to overthink that one. The one that caught my eye, which I don't usually bet on these these Super Bowl novelty ones, because a lot of times I feel like the sports books are just trying to trick you. But one I actually did like is total players to have a pass attempt over 2.5. In the Super Bowl, we've seen it with the Philly special. We've seen it time and time again. These offensive coordinators, these head coaches, they like to get in their bag. They like to call something that no one's seen before. And whether it's, just a little dink and dunk from, I don't know, a wide receiver or a tight end or something like that, I could see a creative play call in this game where, it's not just Drake May, it's not just Sam Darnold. But another thing that I'm considering in this bet as well, Drake May has a hurt shoulder. He was questionable going into the week. Obviously, he's going to play. And it's probably fine. It's probably not anything to worry about too much. The other thing is Sam Darnold has an oblique injury. So both of these quarterbacks are banged up. If something happens where they have to take a snap off, there's your third quarterback. So I like this one. It's plus money. I'm going to be hammering this one as well.
I have two notes on the pass on the verbiage of this first. Over 2.5, right? It says, first of all, it says pass attempt. It does not say completion.
Exactly.
So a couple situations there, right? You never know if a flea flicker's at play as well, and somebody's getting the ball and they mishandle and they just chuck it out of bounds. You never know if there's a fumble and the running back just chucks it out of bounds, right? That's a pass attempt if it goes past the line of scrimmage. And secondly, if in whatever world there's a fake punt, pass attempt is happening every single time. Every single time.
I was honestly a little shocked at this line. I wonder if there's a cap. I wonder if there's a cap of how much you could bet on it.
$1 billion.
But I might sprinkle a good amount of cash on that one. I personally like it a lot.
Kids don't put it in your parlay.
Don't
let this kill you.
How about a little Tonga defensive lineman for the Patriots jump pass when he's in a fullback?
I could see it.
Boom. Jake Bobo jump pass touchdown.
There you go. Cinema.
We've seen crazier, boys. We have.
Yeah, we saw the Philly special.
Okay. Yeah, I like those, Brent. Those are definitely fun. I'm going to jump right into some player props here because Brent took the spread and the over-under.
He also took the novelty.
This is true. I have JSN anytime touchdown -115. He is the second shortest odds behind Kenneth Walker. I think he's your guy. You got to go to him, especially in the red zone. JSN scoring. And then this one might be seem a little counterintuitive with the score prediction I have. I have Drake May over 20.5 pass completions, +105. My reasoning here is I think if they're going to go down, they're going to go down early. They're going to have to abandon the run. They're going to look at some short passes and just try to claw their way back in this game however they can. And with the pressure that Seattle's defense puts on and the how good their secondary is, they're going to be looking for short passes and stuff over the middle. So he's going to need to complete a lot of passes, and that's where that's coming from.
I love this for a couple reasons, too, of like you think about a young quarterback in the biggest game of his life. Screen passes and curl routes and digs are going to be essential, right? Very easy, high completion plays. Vrabel has that mindset. He's going to want to get May going quickly with high percentage passes. So, like, straight out of the gates, you could see very quickly this go up, right? Secondly is I love how you talked about going down early because I see the same thing, especially if May turns the ball over like he has been, with the fact Vrabel will need him to regain confidence and the fact that Travion Henderson has been nowhere in the backfield this entire playoff run, and they will abandon Ramondre Stevenson because he, as a runner, right, because he's such a great pass catcher at the same time. So honestly, I'm shocked this is plus money because 21 throws, that's essentially 5 a quarter. And if they're down 2 minutes, 2-minute drills, right, you're getting 5, 6, 7 within 30 seconds. So
yeah,
I'm in love with all of your bets.
I think it's just then inflated just because of how he's played so far in these playoffs, but we know he has it in him. So I think it's solid.
Yeah, I don't see a world where that misses, honestly, unless the Pats come out and beat them 35-0.
I know you briefly mentioned it, Joe, but the fall from grace for Travion has been something to watch because I'm pulling up the live odds. I'm putting up the live odds here on DraftKings, and Travion Henderson touchdown odds are at plus 475 for anytime touchdown. That's below Seahawks defense and special teams.
Jeez.
And below Matt Collins.
I'm not sure if it was his rushing yards or his rush plus rec, but earlier I was looking at that and it was like 19.5, and it was plus money to hit the over.
I don't understand when it happened because I was a Ramondre Stevenson fantasy football owner, and Travion Henderson screwed me in the regular season. I don't know what happened.
I still think Travion's the better back, but you can't – like I can't give you advice. I can't give you advice to bet on Travion with how Vrabel seems to, have him in the doghouse right now. I don't know if it's because he's a rookie or what, but he definitely trusts Ramondre more.
Either that or they were saving the film on him for the playoffs, for the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
That would be nuts if Travion just had like a 80 yards, 15 carry day.
Teams like to get in their bag to change things up.
It's true. Guys had some good bets on there. Well, I don't know what else we can do for you. We gave you the referee spreads. We gave you the history, the coin tosses, the Gatorade flavors, the best bets, the analysis on the Seahawks, the Patriots. Guys, there's one assignment left to do tonight. Are you ready for it? It's wait till Sunday.
Oh,
that one sucks.
It does.
Super Bowl Sunday occurs on Sunday, believe it or not. We are just a few days away from Super Bowl 60. Incredible game coming between Seahawks, Patriots. Expected to be a defensive battle, but who knows? These offenses have the firepower to blow up quickly at the same time. We'll see y'all next time here, February 11th on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube Live. We will break down every part of the Super Bowl for you. And, we turn a page here in the Sports Outlet Show from football to many, 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 many other sports. So, Brent, get in your bag and tell me everything you know about curling next week.
I knew it was going to be curling.
Dude, curling's lit.
It's not bad to watch. It's one of the ones I'll watch in the Winter Olympics.
You're on curling. Braden, I need to know every name of every person that's on our U.S. skeleton team, okay?
Got it.
All jokes aside, it's about to be Olympic season, but first, get a taste of Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy the great day. It's worth it being hungover at work on Monday, and I understand that 85% of you already called out, or made the decision you were. It's the number one day. It's the number one day that's called out in all of history.
I wish
make it a holiday. Make it a holiday.
Yeah, for real.
We'll see y'all next time here on the Sports Outlet Show. Thanks for hanging here with us on our Super Bowl 60 coverage. We hope y'all make a ton of money and don't lose it during March Madness because that is a betting scam. We'll see you next time here on the Sports Outlet Show. Hear from myself, Brent, Braden. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Good night. We'll see you with looking towards Super Bowl 61.